like the audition for it and everything. I thought, oh, what can I do? So I had a look on the internet, and you know, some websites about domestic violence got a bit more info about it, because I don't know anyone who's been through it or anything. So I'm like, oh no. So I just, when we were doing it and doing improvisation, I just kept thinking, what would I do in this situation? How would I feel? And that's all I do. I just try and imagine myself in that moment and then do it. But yeah, the style that we did it in was good to fuel that as well.
They're absolutely brilliant, like, brilliant performances from you two. I guess something I wanted to ask was for that critical kind of final scene where it's in the marketplace. Is it Bury Market?
That's Tameside.
Tameside.
Ashton.
Makes sense, obvious. Was that part of the improv? And the people who were walking around the market, were they extras, or they were people walking around the market?
Well, yeah, they were real people walking around the market. We shot on a long lens, so they didn't really know what was going on. So there was people who genuinely thought you...
Generally tried to report us to the police that were there.
They were this crazy,
yeah.
They thought it was real, right up to the police. They're like,
Yeah.
It ran.
We watched the market stall, and then because I from this space, it was like office opposite it is over there.
yeah.
You know, which is quite good. Which is nice that we could kind of achieve that because it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
People kind of catch it like that. Obviously, I got some dirty looks. Just tried to spit at me.
Were you okay with that?
But yeah, a little bit, because it was a bit obviously intimidating, but at the same time, I think, well, you know, if they believed it, then that's good enough for me.
Wow.
So yeah, it was nice because again we kind of looked at different ways we could do that, because we knew we wanted the hit in public,
Yeah.
and kind of how we went about doing it. We just tried some different things, and it worked, you know.
Like you can remember, because I can't remember what we did.
You got more going on. Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Or if you've got the, I suppose if you've got the general public in the background and they're believing that it's real, then that adds to the kind of, you know, docu style, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does completely, because it really had me thinking. I was wondering whether they were extras or not, but obviously if they've got no idea, then it is as real as it can get.
Yeah, we're working on a very low budget.
No clearance, it's all right.
Yeah. Well, we had police there; they were involved, so you know.
Saw the special thanks, so an awareness film. Kind of doing the research for it as well. How long did that take, or did you have a lot of help with that from?
Well, we did the research. A lot of the research would have been just talking to the police and talking to the people who deal with those issues, and talking to people in supported housing who have people come in who are regularly abused and stuff like that. Because it's not something that we know about. You know, I don't know why they asked comedy directors to make something like that, but they did. And, you know, and so we decided to go with that approach. And obviously, you ask the professionals how often does it happen, how does it happen, and what kind of things happen in the abuse. And so we kind of started to look into the research and figure out how it happens. And there was like, I think there was like a code or a spiral which told you the different things, the different types of abuse. Some of it was mental, some of it would be physical, some of it would be intimidation. And so we tried to incorporate all of those things into the film.
And in terms of sourcing the locations, was that did Tameside tell you where to film, or did you pick where you wanted to film?
We worked with a housing group called Ashton Pioneer, and they provided the flats that we wanted. And actually, one of the women who'd been in supported housing let us use her flat, so you know. She hadn't been abused or anything, but she just let us use the flat.
Any questions from the audience? I'm sure there's some burning ones. Yes, at the back.
I actually thought your performance was fantastic, by the way. It's not really a question, but I think my question to you, I actually thought your performance was brilliant as well. And I always wondered this when I watch films and things, where it's kind of like, why did you audition for it? Because I hate you a little bit. And your only crime is you're actually a good actor. You pulled it off. Do you know what I mean? I like exactly with the theatre, just so I can meet the real you, because right now it's kind of like...
Oh, thank you. Well, it's good on it.
To behave.
Yeah, but yeah, so well.
You're doing your job.
I mean, that's the thing is, I'm not taking it personally, but if you hate me after it, then that means it works. So I'm alright with that.
Yeah, but why would you go for something like that?
I find it interesting, and to be honest with you, I think it is probably different from something I'd usually be going for. And again, you were moving away from the stereotypes as well of being adult, being someone who looks probably like the likely candidate who'd be doing that. So I think maybe coming at it from a different angle as well. I think, you know, to look at and on the face of it, in that you would think, oh, well, does it look like it'd be abusive? was showing that it still can happen. It can happen in different ways as well. And also, I know there's a lot of physical. I think the verbal. I think anybody could do that. So yeah, I just enjoyed exploring it really. I'll give anything a go, you know. If somebody wants to, get involved, then I'll do it.
Right, and how about you, Katie?
I don't know. Like he said, I just love exploring different things. The more dramatic, the better for me. I love it. No matter how gritty it is and depressing it is, that's what I love. I love the drama.
I think it's surprising what you can find in yourself as well. I think once you get into it, kind of halfway through the day, you're doing all that. Yeah.
Any more questions? Yes, different.
So were the police and that real in it? Were they?
Yeah. No, but that's the other thing that we only used, well, a couple of extras were actors as well, but we used the 2 central actors and we focused pretty much solely on them, and the rest of the people we kind of blur in with real people, and that kind of gives it that more, authentic feel, doesn't it, when you go, is that an actor, is it? But I thought that their performances were particularly good, and Katie, I thought, had a really difficult job to do, and I think that to pull that off and make it convincing, at some points you kind of go and you start to believe that Kate is real as well, so, and obviously you've gone on to bigger and better things, haven't you, as well, so, yeah, so,
do you want to tell us about that?
Well, I play a part in Waterloo Road called Scout, Jodie Allen. She's had a lot of dramas as well. And I've just got a part in the CBB show called Leonardo. I'm going to film in South Africa just for a week, and then I start filming Waterloo Road again, so it's really good. I'm really happy.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, like James was saying earlier about working with young people, you find these talented people, and it's great when you work with 2 young actors who have not done a great deal of television, and you see, how well they perform. I think.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
No, so
okay, just going to pass it on. Okay, cool. Any more questions? Okay, I'm aware of time, so I think we're going to wrap it up there. So thank you very much again for coming to Kino Film. Thank you very much, Jason. Thank you, Louise and Katie. Thank you, everyone.